All right, sick, and we are good to go. Welcome everyone. For those who are new or have never made the live stream, thank you guys so much for stopping by, supporting the channel. We like to do Tuesday and Thursday videos during the week. It's kind of like a Q&A live session. Basically, it's just like the follow-up to the video that I made on, the Wednesday or Monday of the week, and basically I don't have the time to be able to respond to a lot of people's questions right away and comments, so it's a lot faster for me to do it over the live stream, of course, as well. I love to be able to interact and just hang out with you guys, especially the regulars. Shout out to everyone that's here: Dally, Rhett, Travis, John, and Austin so far chiming in the chat. So but yeah, no, but without further ado, as I always say, let's just get into the video. So obviously, those are in the chat, please tone in early fashion. What's up, Lord Narwhal? How we doing, brother? Hopefully all is well with you. But apologize for streaming a little bit late. Obviously, I try and stream at around noon, if not a little bit after, but we started at like 45, so a little bit later than I would have liked, but yeah, no. Yo, what's up, Derek? There he is. You've completed all current 5 seasons, dude. Holy crap, bro. I knew you were gonna do that, because literally last time we talked, I was like, yeah, I'm like midway into season 3, and then I said I got to season 4, episode 2. I was like, oh, I like sped up and did a lot, but you're over here like freaking grinded through it, my guy. Yo, what's up, Travy Trav? How we doing, brother? But yeah, no, dude, I haven't watched any recent episodes, sadly, Derek. So I'm still at the same place from when we last talked. I just been I literally packaged up like so many boxes today. So, because I just got my my build and battles just finally arrived like yesterday. And then also I just got all my Darkness Ablaze Elite Trainer boxes that I shipped out. And then I still have so many other things I need to do. But yeah, no. So main topic, obviously, for the discussion on the video is really just going to be about, well, honestly, I know what I have it titled for, and I title it usually on my prior video because that's what most people are going to have conversations about. But I think the most concerning topic that I think I want to have a conversation about is the rumors that have been going around about Vivid Voltage reprints being canceled. Season 5 is intense. Can't wait to hear. Dude, I can't wait either, man. It's like they always leave you on the cliffhanger. It's so good. But yeah, no, there's been rumors going around, and it sounds like it's been going everywhere. I've had multiple people, message me about it. Nate, he messaged me about it, asking if I heard anything. Saw people comment about it on some of my videos about the news. And then I actually called up my distributor, and here's what's even scarier. I called up my distributor and I asked him about it. I said, can you debunk this for me? And he said that he had also heard rumors about it, but it wasn't 100% confirmed. And he said he would talk to the guy who's in charge of all that kind of stuff. So a little bit it's making me a little bit nervous, if I'm being completely honest. Because if they decide to just do the Darkness Ablaze reprint instead of the Vivid Voltage, like, don't get me wrong, I'm stoked they're doing the Darkness reprint, but if they cancel the Vivid reprint, I'm gonna be so sad. So because that's gonna give us such an opportunity to be able to try and hopefully get into all these Elite Trainer boxes right before you have the tournament play. So I mean, obviously I'll keep you guys updated as I hear more information about it. I might make a video about it tomorrow because my sales rep did tell me that the higher ups were going to come in. They were out of the office today, so hopefully we should hear more about it tomorrow. But hey bro, did you get my email? Yes, I did, Travis. I'm so sorry I haven't responded to that, but yeah, I really appreciate you sending that email, my guy. Obviously, you wanted me to create you a video in regards to how to start a Pokemon business, and obviously you've been such a supportive patron of the channel, and I really appreciate everything you've done. And so it's one of those things, man, where it's like I want to make sure that I gave a really good detailed video and breakdown and everything. So yeah, of course, dude, I appreciate you, man. Couldn't make it last stream. What's up, Marcos? But now I'm here. Heck yeah. Keep up the good work. Your videos and stream make my day go faster. Bye, work. Hey, that's what I love to hear, Marcos. I love hearing too. I always say this like almost every stream, but I love hearing it when people are like, yeah, I'm at work just listening to you and sometimes chiming in the chat. So it's always something that's nice to hear, because for me personally, as someone who, you know, watches live streams as well when I'm at work, just or listening to it, I should say, more or less, it's always nice to have something I can just put on in the background and listen to make the time go by faster, but also gain some information. So, but yeah, no, that's kind of going to be the main biggest news, honestly, guys. If Vivid Voltage ETBs are not going to get reprinted, we're going to have a little bit of concern with things going forward. I mean, it's kind of what happened with Cosmic Eclipse. I mean, we obviously were supposed to get a booster box reprint of Cosmic Eclipse, you know, about, I want to say, a year and a half ago, 2 years almost now. But what's up, Koga? How we doing? How's the weather over there? The weather, it's a little drizzly right now. It's not too bad. It looks like the sun's coming out. Hopefully the wind will die down. The wind's at about, it's about 9 miles an hour. But it's definitely a little drizzly. How about where you are? Altzar price dropping $20. Did it really? Let's actually take a look at that. It doesn't look like it's dropped 20 bucks, has it? No, it actually is flatlined the past couple days. Interesting. Where are you seeing this at, Roy? Listening at work, gang reporting in. Love to hear that, Mr. Narwhal. I bought 2 Shiny Fates ETBs a while back for 65 with the reprint. Obviously, I'm down to a little, but should I double down or not? Austin, here's my personal opinion. I think Shining Fates is going to be one of the best performing Elite Trainer boxes. That's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years. And then on top of that as well, considering we just got a reprint of it, in my personal opinion, I think that now is going to be your best time to get in. So if you can go to GameStop. I know a lot of places are selling it for 50 bucks. And so personally speaking, I would quadruple down on Shining Fates. Obviously not financial advice, not a financial advisor. You make your own financial decisions. But me personally, I know that I'm looking in the next month or so to try and load up on as much Shining Fates product at around MSRP as I possibly can, because I think it's a very underrated set. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely no Hidden Fates, but it's still an amazing set. So, and I think it'll perform really well long term, because historically a lot of these kind of specialty Elite Trainer box sets perform well. Yo, Travie Trav 777, I love it, baby. Someone's actually my favorite number, so I appreciate the donation. Let's have a clean early chat, you folks. Really love it. Hey, thanks, Travis. Oh my God, seriously, every time you guys donate, even $1, dude, $1, $2, $7, I appreciate it, my God. Thank you so much, Travis. Roy the Crazy. What did Roy say? Oh, it was a joke. Roy, that's one strike. Yeah, right, Travis. That's funny. Nice snowstorm in Colorado where I am. It's messing with the internet, so watching at 40 people freezing every second. Dang, that's tough, dude. Yo, one of the things that I've learned about where I live in Bend, or Oregon, one of the biggest things with the weather that they talk about here is if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes, because it'll be like, wow, it's gonna be 60 degrees and sunny all week long, and then on a Saturday it'll just dump snow, and you're like, this makes 0 sense, and then it'll just go on with nice internet the next week, or internet with nice weather. It's just the funniest thing. But Jacob just on an Ultra Prism and Polion deck at Walmart. Ooh, that's cool. That could be a cool pickup. Roy, he's kidding. Roy, just ignore Travis. He's just messing with people. Literally, as long as you're not swearing and cussing at people, then you're fine. Don't worry about it, bro. It gets wild in the chat. Don't worry. GameStop is selling Celebrations ETBs. Coolest. Let's take a look at that right now. Cause shout out to Coolest if this is true. If not, then I'm big sad. Let's take a look. So GameStop official site. Let's go with just Pokemon product and see what we got. All right. I should actually look at Pokemon cards. So if we go, I need to get more attire. Okay, so first and foremost, Shining Fates ETBs are still available. So if you're wanting to pick those up right now, GameStop, you can literally get them for 50 bucks right here, right now. Second most, man, can you still pick these up, or are they out of stock? Wow, they're still in stock. These are good pickups, personally speaking. Said ETB Celebration. So that would be around that $50 price point. So this... Oh, wait for it. Let's see as we wait for the load. Of course, it's not loading. Or that is the load, and you can't buy it. Is it not loading all the way? Impatient me. Oh, is it unavailable, or did I just get impatient? Oh, I can't add the cart. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Coolest. We actually can, if you want to purchase Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes. Obviously, the PC ones aren't available right now, but these are still a good pickup long term. You guys know where I stand on a lot of the collectible boxes. Go now before it sells out. Yeah, no, dude, that could be doing well. What it do, Jose? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, thanks for the input. I need the Vivid Voltage ETB reprint more than air right now. I'm right. Seriously, Derek. Bro, oh my god. If they, so there's probably, other than that ETB reprint, I'd say probably the top items I'm doubling down on right now are Darkness Ablaze ETBs. I would be Vivid Voltage if I could. Shining Fate, and then #1 pick of the year probably is going to be the Arceus figure collection. I think that's going to be the #1 performing item within the next year or two, personally. Yep, it was like 60 to 70 degrees yesterday and the day before, and then snowstorms just come out of nowhere. Sounds about right. Have you ever found any good hits in Walmart? I have once or twice, but I don't go very often because I'm worried people know the restock schedule and clean it out. So I have actually before Lord Normal. Back in the day, this was before I was able to get access to a lot of product from my distributor. This is actually back before, this was back before like scalpers were a thing. So I guess technically yes. Well, it depends. If we're talking post scalpers versus scalping era, those are two different things. Like post scalpers, or sorry, pre scalpers, I should say. Pre scalpers, I was able to find Hidden Fates and Champions Path product like it was nothing in the store, and even some Shining Legends product at literal like discounted prices. So I was able to find some good product pre scalpers. Then during scalpers, no, I wasn't at all, because they would literally, there were people that would come in every single morning, and I know this because I'm friends with one of the people who's in charge of Pokemon, and they said they would come in and they would just wait every single morning. And literally the schedule was so random. They would never come specifically one day. They would always come just a different day each week, and they would just come every morning just to make sure that they wouldn't miss to come pick up the product. But now they put it behind the shelves. They limit it for most people on certain products. And they've banned a lot of the people. So if I really want to, which I don't purchase it because I have my own distributor, but if I really want to, I can go in and I can go buy Pokemon product. But I remember, I mean, they have a ton of the Charizard boxes, which I might want to pick up one or two of the Charizard boxes because I only have a couple. They've got the Charizard boxes of the like gold Reshiram and Charizard card. I've seen Shining Fates boxes. I've seen a lot of Celebrations products, so Celebrations seem to be very common these days. And then they did have Darkness Ablaze and Sun and Moon base set last time I checked. Is the Vivid Voltage ETB reprinting? I heard it's a false alarm. You heard it's a false alarm, Dolly, right? So I don't know 100%. I've had multiple people message me and comment about it, and I went and called my distributor or my sales rep. He told me that he's heard rumors. Nothing's 100% certain as it stands right now. He said he'll update me tomorrow, so I'll basically let you guys know what the update is tomorrow when I find out more about it. Mel, did you get your allocations for Arceus yet? Same with the April release one, or are you not planning on getting some of those? I will be getting those, Mel. I have not 100% gotten my allocations yet, though, but I definitely will keep you guys updated. I'm hoping to get an absolute freaking ton of those if possible. Thanks, guys. Just bought one. Yeah, of course. Eli, do you think Celebrations ETBs will outperform Evolving Skies long term? Well, it depends. If you're talking Celebrations ETBs compared to Evolving Skies ETBs, yeah, no, I definitely will. And considering the fact of the matter that historically ETBs, especially specialty ETBs, have typically outperformed general other ETBs and booster boxes, I would say that more than likely Celebrations will probably outperform Evolving Skies general product when you're comparing booster boxes. Of course, I could be 100% wrong with that because there's always going to be like outliers in regards to what's going to perform better. But just based on what history's told us, I would definitely say going with the celebrations for sure. The only reason I'm nervous to invest in Arceus figure collection or any other collection for that matter is because the boxes get damaged easily. I definitely understand your concern about that, Derek, because that's one of the biggest things I talked about on my top 5 video was box damage is definitely something of big concern. But for me, with those items, if you can order them as a case, Derek, then you get a lot less, and it's a lot less shaky. Or if you are able to order them and they come in good condition and you just keep them, you know, sealed in a case somewhere, then you'll be fine. So that's kind of how I would go about it, Derek. You just got to make sure you're extra cautious. But if you look at like the figure collection, for example, with the, you know, Galar Trio back in 2020 when it came out during Rebel Clash, it has absolutely, you know, horrific. I think I'm not 100%. It might have a Cosmic Eclipse in it. I'm not 100% certain. But the packs were like Cosmic, Rebel Clash, and like Sword and Shield base. And sure, it's got a Cosmic, which is great, but the other 3 packs are not going to carry. However, considering it does have an amazing promo card and amazing figure piece of it, it performed well as the highest, you know, performing product of Ultra Modern in regards to like return on investment. Spend $25, it's over $100 now. That's a 4x gain. I don't think there's any product at this point that's done a 4x gain at this point. So honestly, I think you're going to see the same thing with Arceus, especially considering Arceus also confirmed has Cosmic Eclipse in it, so that'll be huge. But yeah, no, compared to ETBs or Beasterby, yeah, like I said, same argument, honestly. So like I said before, historically, those premium boxes, you know, you look at Generations, you look at Shining Legends, they're always, for the most part, going to outperform their counterparts in regards to Elite Trainer boxes. The only example of this, as it stands right now, technically is Hidden Fates, but that was because Hidden Fates got a reprint. I wouldn't be surprised if Hidden Fates started to perform the remaining amount. And of course, you start to see closer and closer, like, kind of comparisons when you look at a lot of the sets, like, you know, Cosmic Eclipse and Team Up, because they didn't get as much of a reprint, but for the most part, they're still outperforming. And then you take that same exact argument with booster boxes, ETBs, you know, from $1 cost, it's also going to outperform. Because if you're saying to yourself, you're getting the booster boxes, right, for around, you know, let's say you're buying it for that kind of $40 price point, or the Elite Trainer boxes, right? And then you're buying the booster boxes. Let's say you're buying them for $120, just for the sake of the argument. For every 3 Elite Trainer boxes you get, you're getting the value of 1 booster box. Now, of course, all that really matters is the percentage return, but just for the sake of the argument, you know, if that booster box goes from 120 to, let's say, 240, right, versus your Elite Trainer box goes from 40 to 120, you know, you're tripling versus doubling, and it's going to be a lot easier to move that kind of smaller price product, especially considering how much more collectible Elite Trainer boxes are, in my personal opinion, compared to booster boxes. My target has constantly been scalped with no limits each time I go there. There's nothing left. Yeah, that's tough, David, man. It's like that for a lot of people. That sucks, my guy. I wish you didn't have to experience that. Damn, that's so unfortunate, but hopefully it'll get better for you soon. So, but that's definitely upsetting. It sounds like there's loose dice rattling around in the Shining Fates ETB. Does anyone else experience the same issue? Loose dice? That's interesting. It might be that your ETB might have accidentally opened up, because I've actually had that happen before where one of the dice things was like torn open even though it was completely sealed. But GameStop only delivers. When I got the Pikachu Zekrom box, they were all in poor condition, couple boxes broken, sides ripped up, and came. Yeah, man, it's definitely hit or miss. I remember when I ordered the Zekrom Pikachu, all of mine were in good condition, but I've definitely had bad experiences, not even just from GameStop, but from a lot of the like big box retailers when it comes to shipping condition. David, do you think the Vaporia Flare and Jolteon Premium Collection are a good pickup? 100%. Yeah, it was actually one of my top picks for general sealed product that I think is going to perform well. Because basically the kind of the picks I gave was my Elite Trainer box picks, booster box picks, and then general like collection boxes, and that was one of them. So I think they're going to perform really well. I feel like, yeah, David definitely is always out of luck, it sounds like. The premium collection promos look so nice. Oh yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. No, there's a reason why I think they're going to perform well, personally speaking. So, but yeah, no, I definitely think that they're going to be one of the most phenomenal returns, or you're going to get one of the most phenomenal returns with that product. So especially considering the fact of the matter that when one of the rules that I've always talked about when looking at items to invest in, sets to invest in that has historically performed the best, it's going to be sets with Gen 1 Pokemon. That's just how it works, especially when you have Gen 1 Pokemon being kind of the highlight of it all. So that's why I have a lot of, whether you want to agree with me or not on this, that's why I have a lot of faith that Fusion Strike is going to still come back around as a set that long term will perform a lot better. And in like the short term right now, obviously it's completely undervalued because it still has Gengar, it still has a Mew. Of course, Mew was technically like an expansion mythical creature, but it's still part of the original Gen 1 Pokemon, And so I think those are two items or two Pokemon that are going to perform really well. Take a look at Evolving Skies. What is Evolving Skies? It's all basically Gen, well, technically it has more than like, Gen 1, but obviously the theme is around a lot of the EV Pokemon, and the main, source of EV Pokemon originated from Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon. Ironically enough, they're all in the promo boxes, and so the other ones are Gen 2 and Gen 4, and then obviously got the Sylveon from Gen 5, Rayquaza's Gen 3. So it's like you still have a set that's, popular outside of that, but I think it really just comes down to the EV rule, in my opinion, which is EVs, Gen 1s, specifically like Charizard starters, those are the ones that are perform well. They are all EV types, so they're going to perform strong. Bro, I just want single packs to open, but they don't even have those. That's tough, man. What's up, Agent Crypto? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by to the channel. But yeah, no, dude. God, what's another set I think is completely underperforming? What are we talking about today? So the main thing we're talking about right now, Agent, is we've been talking about the Vivid Voltage rumors. Basically, there's been rumors that they're going to potentially cancel the ETB reprint. So if that happens, we'll be very sad. We've talked about that a little bit. We've talked about some of the product that's shown up on GameStop. As you can see, Elite Trainer boxes are available of Celebration, so that's a pretty good pickup. Shining Fates is also available too, so kind of talking about that. Dear Pokemon, up the Fusion Strike hit rates and I'll buy. Otherwise, price per box stay low. Simple. But that's the thing though, crazy, is you take a look at a lot of sets that have very low hit rates historically, and they've still performed well as long as there's good cards that people like to pull. So even frick, man, even sets that have that's not true necessarily. Yeah, I would definitely stand by that statement. I was gonna say something else, but I don't think that what I was gonna say is true. I was gonna say if they have not even the best cards, but I'm like, no, they gotta have good cards with good pull rates. I mean, but okay, so let me use an example. A set like Burning Shadows, which had a large amount printed, it has still historically performed pretty strong. And not only the print rate, but the print quality of the set is absolutely horrible. And for that reason, it is one of my least favorite sets in Sun and Moon era to open. Personally speaking, it's a bottom tier set for me. Like in order of worst sets, it goes Crimson Invasion, Sun and Moon base set, Guardians Rising, and then probably right above it would be Burning Shadows. And it's not even like... It's not even one of those things where it's like, oh my god, like, why do you hate Burning Shadows so much? It has a Charizard in it. Like, the Charizard gorgeous, and I think it's really cool that they invited it into it. But think about it as, in my opinion, it's just Champion's Path, like, 1.0. Like, not even 2.0. Like, sure, you can say there's a Darkrai, and I'm a huge Darkrai fan, so don't get me wrong. But it's like, what else you got? Sure, you've got these character rares, which they have performed a lot stronger recently. But look at the rainbows that you're getting. Don't really care about the Machamp. Don't care about the Lycanroc, Marshadow. Like, these are all the, like, Alolan Pokemon. And I don't really, and this is maybe me. Everyone, if you're a Alolan fan, I apologize. It's just not my kind of thing. So it's definitely upsetting. And then, of course, as well, I mean, do they even have the Ho-Oh? I don't even think they have the Ho-Oh as a rainbow in the set. I could be wrong, but... yeah, it was just a kind of very underwhelming set in my personal opinion. I feel as if they increased the pull rates, the print quality wasn't as bad, it would have done better. But it's like Charizard or bust, really, in my opinion. So, but that's just kind of a comparison to Fusion and other sets. As long as it has the Charizard or one of those chase cards people like. I'm in SoCal. There's still no product on shelves, just letting you guys know. Yeah, I hear that a lot about California. It's interesting. My brother, he lives in Dallas, Texas, and he literally goes to all the Walmarts and Targets and he says the shelves are stacked. Like, he said he's bought in so much Celebrations product and they just keep restocking. He's just not buying it anymore because of how much he just owns because of how stocked it is. So it seems like that it's mainly happening in a lot of, I don't even know. It's all over the place, man, depending upon your state. So, but I think what I was going to say is I think it's the states that have the biggest supply chain issues is what I was going to say. But Oregon has pretty big supply chain issues going on right now. And as far as it goes, we're still getting products, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's definitely really weird to say the least. But it'll perform well long term for sure, but short term my money goes into other sets. I agree with you, Crazy. I 100% agree with you. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, Fusion will perform well, but the amount of opportunity in this market right now is insane. Like, literally, as we were just showing right now, if you want Celebrations ETBs, you can go buy that right now. You want Shining Fate Celebrations ETBs, you can go buy that right now. Darkness Ablaze, you can probably go find that if you can, lucky enough, in your local Walmart. If not, just wait a week or two. You're going to be able to get those at around MSRP prices. Like, the opportunities right now in this market, there's no need to FOMO. Like, there is no need to FOMO if you're an investor. If you're a collector, you can make a different argument, but even then, like, if you're a collector, this is an amazing time to be a collector when you're able to get all this product at these MSRP prices. And then on top of that as well, you know, a lot of people were speculating on the fact that, hey, you know, I was told there's only one way for the ETBs of Brilliant Star. Should I get in when it was at $50? It's like, now you take a look and see at the, you know, secondhand price for TCG Player. And let's take a look and see what's going on with Brilliant Star. We'll go and take a look and see, all right, why is it not popping up? Here it is right here, $40. I mean, you can go get it, secondhand market, $40. So it's like, there's no need to panic, right? And then if we, of course, go to the Pokemon Center and take a look and see what do they have available. As far as it goes, we go to the trading cards and then we go check the Elite Trainer boxes. They still have this available. Obviously, this has been going in and out of stock, so that's one thing, but still have this available, man. So there's still a lot of product, you know. I definitely think that a lot of people have nothing to be concerned about. Yo, what's up, Jacob? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Why do you think booster box for sets with cheap hits do so well on prices? Evolutions, especially for the Charizard, is like 50. Well, it's not that they do so well. So let me tell you this, Lord Noah. The correlation has nothing to do with the cheapness of the set. If you do see a lot of sets, because let's take a look at, let's say, a set like everyone's favorite, Steam Siege. Everyone loves this set, right? Everyone's favorite set, Steam Siege. The best pull rate, or the best card you can pull, is a $16 Gardevoir EX Secret, right? This set is absolutely ridiculously cheap. You could probably master set this whole thing, I'm not even kidding you, for around 60 to 70 bucks. Honestly, it would just be a cool set just to say I have a master set, but in all like honesty, it's a terrible set by all means. It's definitely the worst in the XY era. So it's a dirt cheap set. So I don't think I would look to the correlation of, okay, because it's cheap, that means that it's a desirable set. If you're wanting to look to any form of correlation, what you should really say is just the longevity, or not longevity is not the right word, just the long-term strength of a sealed product over time in regards to how many times it's been reprinted. So there's a correlation with that. And then, of course, there are outlying examples such as, you know, Team Up and, you know, Cosmic Eclipse. But Evolutions was a set that was heavily printed into the ground. Like, it was a ridiculously printed in the ground set. You had so much of it popping up in tins, you know, collection boxes, so many booster boxes of it. And with that being said, even though it was, you know, hyper inflated with the supply, you're now seeing at its peak hitting upwards of $1,000 back during the kind of 2020 boom. So the reason why they're so cheap is because of the fact that it was completely overprinted. And so it's super overinflated and a lot of the cards value are crap. So, but of course, historically, it still performed really well because it has such a high demand, and Pokemon product is a deflationary value since as more and more of it opens up, it hurts the individual cards more, but it helps the overall supply of sealed. So that's why you're seeing that correlation in regards to cheap prices. But there are still sets that won't have that similar correlation because they're just weak performing sets. So that's what you kind of got to look at. Sets that don't have a ton of reprints, but of course that's usually no fault of their own. It's usually just because supply chain issues. Obviously, the Pokemon Company has, you know, set schedules that they're supposed to be trying to try and maintain. But we were supposed to technically have a Cosmic Eclipse reprint, like I said, about a year and a half ago, and it got canceled. So that's another reason why you're seeing sets such as Cosmic Eclipse have, generally speaking, card prices that are a lot higher and then sets that have been massively overprinted. But even then, I mean, you've seen the prices start to go down a little bit. Nothing crazy, but I mean, if you want to take a look here, you know, 137 goes down to 120. It's like a 10-15% drop. So it's like they're going down, but that's just because of the collectible Pokeball tins that had the Cosmics. When we do get the Arceus figure collection, I would also not be surprised if those cards go down more. Also, when we do get that collection, I would love to see what the overall code cards are going to be, because as you guys probably know, there are new code cards now for the new Pokemon sets. Whereas before, the code cards that you were going to be getting was these ones. So if you're talking about what could be Battle or Cosmic Eclipse potentially, you know, still printing Cosmic Eclipse items, that'll be something good to take a look at. Agent, I'm in IE, 60 miles away from LA, so I think it's by far. Yep, seems like stores still don't have products. Sounds like it. I'm sure this PT exclusive Brilliant Stars ETB will do better long term, but I like the style of the non-exclusive ETB much more. Yeah, that's the thing, Edwin. If you're a collector, then that's all that matters, man, is the way it looks to you. I do agree with you in that statement. I don't like the design of the Pokemon Center exclusive as much as the regular, but of course I'm way more heavily invested in the Pokemon Center one because it does come with that scarcity premium. So if you're a collector, then obviously you're gonna want to collect more of what you like. But if you're not an investor, you go with the investment aspect because of what the numbers are gonna tell you. Hello, Reverse Rare with Shining Fates Premium Collection. Thank you, Wrath Zapdos. That's a good thing pointing out. I totally forgot about that. Jacob, I'm in Florida. Florida man out here. There is no product here either. Finally found some at Claire's today, but $10 for a pack not happening. Yikes, buddy, that's tough. What do you think of pre-release kits from XY Air like Steam Siege, Crimson Invasion? Good pickup. So that is a great question, Daliret. Yes, I do. I actually made a video about this. I said some of the top undervalued items to pick up for new people here. I'll go over these two items specifically. So we're having pre-release kits that popped up, and there was a large amount of them that were found, both for Fates Collide and Lost Thunder. We take a look at what happened in the past year with the Fates Collide booster box price. It was pushing around $600. You've seen it kind of flat line around $286. Obviously, right now you can buy it for $299. You can probably find it cheaper elsewhere, but personally speaking, picking up those Fates Collide booster boxes are a great idea in my personal opinion right now. Fates Collide pre-release kits, you saw the same exact thing happen on the yearly. Went from a high of almost $80. We're now looking at it down to around $30, $32, and look at how much more you can pick up. Before, this was super scarce, and it was obviously almost triple the price, and now you're able to get it for, you know, as cheap as this. I do think these will perform really strong long term. We can take a look at another one that also did this, Lost Thunder. Lost Thunder also had pre-release kits, so we can see how strong that's kind of taking a dip. Obviously, it was $569 at its high. Dropped all the way down. So Fates Collide was higher and dropped harder. Same concept, of course, with the pre-release kits. We can take a look at those. Pre-release kits, once again, $32, $33 on the yearly. Went up to around the same price, dropped down. Great opportunity. Great opportunity indeed. We'll take a look actually at Steam Siege as well, because I remember a while ago I made a video about it and said there's a small allocation of Steam Siege pre-release kits I got. So we'll see if the price dropped. Oh yeah, it definitely dropped. Oh yeah, big time. So that's hilarious to see that Steam Siege pre-release kits also took it up. So that'll be a good update video to make about, because I hadn't done one for it yet, but I did see, I did make an argument saying don't be surprised if these start to take a dump. But what about the Elite Trainer boxes? How have they done? Or the booster? Yeah, well, same. Yes, sir. Especially for PSA slabs. Mr. Agent Crypto says. I know you don't really talk about slabs and mainly focus on Ultramodern Steel product, but but can we talk about PSA graded cards? Well, what do you mean by that, Agent? Is there anything specific? Because I do talk about graded cards a decent amount, especially when people ask me questions. So you just got to go into the specifics of, do you want to talk about what the prices are? Do you want to talk about the investing aspect of PSA slabs? Do you want to talk about the ultra modern investing of PSA? Do you want to talk about the, you know, Watsy era, rare, you know, Diamond Pearl era? Because I do think there is areas in PSA with things to discuss about. So just let me know. Really, regular Brilliant Stars ETB is $35 at collector store. Hey, that's a great price, man, because technically MSRP is $40. So anything under that is a good deal for ETBs typically. Dang, I'm at work, so I'm missing it. Pokemaniacs! Uh-oh, brother. Well, you can always go back and watch it, obviously, but I appreciate you chiming in the chat, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for stopping by. I think Chilling Rain will do quite well long term, personally. I agree with you on that one, Chris. Text. What's up, Northwoods? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Northwoods in the chat. Howdy. Hopefully you're having a good day, brother. Other games you invest in? Yes, I invest in Flesh and Blood. Big Flesh and Blood fan. I know people are going to say I'm a shill for saying this, but Rudy's the one that actually turned me on to him. So I've been following Rudy forever, honestly. I've been following Rudy for a while now. Not enough to where I was able to get a part of his Patreon group, but I've been following him for a while, and I did a lot of research when looking at Flesh and Blood. I really like the overall card texture designs, or not texture designs, but just the card texture designs, card designs. Love cold foils. I think they're really beautiful. I love a lot of the rainbow kind of foils, especially with Tales of Aria. Such an amazing set, but I really like that. I'm going to be looking into getting into MetaZoo soon. I want to do more research before I kind of allocate that, especially once you start talking about the amount of opportunity in Pokemon right now. But I'm not in Magic. I'm not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Thought about Magic, but I have so many other opportunities to invest in other things. I don't want to just start to put my money in product that I'm not well informed about. So, because I want to know where my money's going at all times. Hey, Travis or Koga, when you guys block Figua from just spamming text in the chat, please? I think Fusion Strike PC ETB is still best looking, even though I like Arceus and Darkrai more. I agree with you, Wrath. The absolute color contrast for those ETBs it's gorgeous, and that's I love that color too. It's such a beautiful color. $30 for pre-release is MSRP, is it not? That's crazy for Fates Collide. So the actual original pre-release price was around $20, so it's literally $10 more than that. Which, of course, you look at it from a percentage perspective, it's $50 higher than its initial price. But in my personal opinion, considering it got all the way up to almost $80, you're looking at a massive drop. Like a massive drop for something that was only old product that was short up. It wasn't even a reprint. And that's one of the things that I always talk about. People are like, oh, Eli, it's not a reprint. It's not going to affect the market. Yes, it will. That's why whenever I make videos talking about old product popping up, I will let you guys know, because it could affect the market. And it's not one of these things that a lot of people like to report on, because they're like, oh, there's only a couple on my distributors page. But even a couple of things, I mean, Cosmic Eclipse packs, I mean, a perfect example is just once again going back to Cosmic Eclipse packs. Obviously, you know, we didn't have Cosmic Eclipse reprint for the booster boxes, but as we take a look right now at the overall sealed product, we can see with the packs that the prices have absolutely just dumped. You know, obviously back in December is when we got that reprint. Oh, what do you freaking know? You started to see pre-release prices come up for it, and it absolutely tanked, and it's still going down. So having it drop, you know, almost a full-on $6, I mean, that's what you love to see for a set like Cosmic, which is such a collectible set. I think it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite set of all time. So it just really goes to show you how much of a difference it's made. Obviously, take a look at a card like this. You know, it's been dropping, but obviously that's just because the market's not been performing well. But obviously, after the print, you saw it go from $50 all the way down to $44. Not a huge drop, but nonetheless, I mean, it's enough to make a difference in like 10 to 20% for a lot of cards. So, yeah, definitely nice to see. Just grabbed a couple of ETB. Nice to see there, Mr. Emilio. Also looks like we got Nectuna too, if you guys see that. They're just spamming here. What's up, Don? How we doing? Any chance they will reprint Cosmic Eclipse ETBs? Very, very unlikely, sadly, Don. If they do ever do anything with that, they'll probably do something like the Sun and Moon base set, and they'll just have old packs that they throw back in. Because I mean, as we've seen so far, the Pokeball tins have obviously been thrown in with Cosmic Eclipse. We know Arceus figure is going to have Cosmic Eclipse, so it would not be surprising if they did something like that with the Elite Trainer boxes. But we have absolutely no idea how big of a supply they have of them, and so how much they would even throw in the market. Obviously, be a massive opportunity, but a full-on reprint, I think that's very unlikely, honestly. But as far as maximum ROI goes, what do you think of selling product on Facebook IG? Good question, Derek. I would say it really just depends on your exposure. That's what's most important. If you can go into a Facebook group and you're able to sell a product without fees, obviously you can make an amazing return on your investment. But the thing really just comes down to the fact of the matter. Are you able to get that exposure? Same argument made with Instagram. I know there are Instagram pages, of course, that basically I hid them immediately, so they shouldn't be showing up. Did you just hide the VWY one and the LHM? Yeah, they keep popping up. But yeah, with the IG ones, I know there are channels that basically will undercut eBay prices, and they'll just be a complete exposure on marketplaces. We can take a look on my Instagram, and I can show you a good example. I don't know what their fees are, so please, take everything I show you with a grain of salt. But if we just go to my homepage, and we just took a Palatown Pokemon TCG, literally their whole thing is they have about 30,000 followers, I want to say. 38,000, yeah. And so they just post, prices, and you just, pick them up if you want it. I always like to watch because occasionally there are great deals, and a lot of it is or best offer. So if you ever want to do something like that, don't know what their fees are, but you can get a good exposure. That's the biggest thing, is if you have good exposure, then you avoid the fees. If you don't have good exposure, you're going to have to work with fees. So Facebook, if you can sell locally, if you can sell in groups and get that exposure without having to pay, then great. But places like Instagram, you're usually going to have to pay a fee for exposure places. So make sure everyone hits the like button. Appreciate that, Mr. Northwood. Thanks for giving the shout out. Another Evolving Skies reprint coming. Nothing confirmed right now, Mitch, but as far as it goes, I made a full video breakdown about it yesterday. The odds of an a reprint going for Evolving Skies are very, very high. I've done videos talking about it. You can literally just go back and watch some of my videos talking about Evolving Skies and reprints and stuff like that, because it's a very in-depth topic, but I'll go into it a little bit briefly. Just Pokemon likes to do prints around the rotation cycle of everything going on competitive. It still is a set that's part of the E-Wave of competitive, which isn't rotating out until 2023. And so more than likely it's going to get a reprint either leading up to it sometime, end of the year, early next year, or they'd like to reprint into demand too. So if it gets up to that 170, 180 price point, wouldn't be surprised if you had a reprint around the corner. But yeah, I hit all of them. Awesome. Thank you so much, Trav. What is your take on first edition Unlimited Watsy PSA price difference? I mean, obviously there was a lot bigger of a print when it came to Unlimited. So I guess my general take on it is it's just more or less having to do with scarcity. And not to mention the fact of the matter, when it comes to a lot of people that got their hands on it and kept their first edition versus their unlimited cards and condition, you're gonna have a lot more people that were able to keep their collection of unlimited, which is why you see such a huge difference in population report. Quality of the cards, obviously it really just comes down to the first edition stamp or the shadowlessness, so not a big deal. But for me personally, call me a prude. I long term, obviously not right now, but long term, not prude, call me how do I want to say this? Call me bougie, I should say. That's a better word. First edition is just something that I would so much rather chase after, because I like it. It sounds dumb, but I like the premiumness and the scarcity, knowing I have something like that has that symbol on it. But of course, for some people, that can't afford, obviously, such expensive cards, it's always going to be a cheaper route to get them, and there's still nothing wrong with that, because they're the same exact card. They just, one has a first edition, one doesn't. What's the availability of Jolteon, Vaporia, and Flare and Premium collections for US, UK Beast? As far as I know right now there, Mr. Taylor, they're very, very scarce. Haven't really seen them pop up much in stores, so it's definitely a product that is still hard to come by, so it's definitely tough. Imon, thanks for stopping by. This looks like he found some at MSRP, but took a lot of times and trips to stop at many stores. That basically sums it up. Sorry if I missed my response, but are UPCs still worth getting a third-party price? Ooh, that's a great question, Evo. Are they worth it? They are expensive. Honestly, I would say if you can get a good deal on it, Evo, yes. Like a good deal being like $250 or so. Because it is one of those items that even if a reprint happens, the best case scenario is probably 200 or a little bit below 200, just because their items themselves, even when they did get reprints, they were so like such a small reprint amount because they're such an expensive item to print, such an exclusive item. It's not the same of doing a booster box reprint or elite trainer box. That's a lot easier because it's not like a specialty item. So, you know, it's definitely, if you can get around that 250 price point, then great. And they're going to perform well long term. So I guess the real question you got to ask yourself, Evo, is how much are you willing to pay and how much you're willing to hold. If you're willing to hold long term, 3 to 5, then you don't have to look at 250. 250 is definitely the price to go for, but you know, long term they'll perform well. So, but personally speaking, I'm not picking any up, but that's just more or less having to do with, I see a lot of opportunities in the market at buying product at MSRP, so I don't want to miss out. But if you're someone that wants to collect it more of, then obviously that's a different story, and I think around that 250 price is better. Thanks, they're available under retail in a few places here. Hey man, if you can find that, dude, Taylor, that is huge if you're able to find it. So lucky you, bro. Lucky you, bro. But I could have sworn I just saw someone. Yo, what's up, Spencer? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. How we doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. What do you think about investing in EV Heroes gym boxes? I mean, I think it's not a... Man, I think... Here's the deal. When it comes... Because a lot of people ask me the question when investing in Japanese. Don't get me wrong. Japanese product does historically perform really strong. Sometimes even stronger than English. The only problem I have right now is because of the, you know, large amount of scarcity that you saw with Pokemon product in America. You had a large amount of collectors wanting to get their hands on the product, and they were okay with buying the Japanese one, which drove prices up in the Japanese market. Now, the big thing about Evolving Skies versus, say, you know, EV Heroes is Evolving Skies, Pokemon Company US prints to demand. Japan does it a little bit differently. They're transparent about everything they do. They only print a certain amount, and so historically, a lot of the times, in regards to not the individual cards, because the pull rates are a lot easier, but the sealed product, a lot of it is going to be a lot scarcer. Of course, it's not going to still hold the same value as a lot of English items, but that doesn't change the fact that from a percentage perspective of the price of what you're getting it for, because, you know, you can get some boxes of like 30 pack cards going for like 30 to 40 bucks, right? So that's extremely cheap versus here in the States, you're spending 100 or 140 bucks. So, you know, if you can get it for a good price, then that's good because, you know, historically it's going to perform strong. But right now, there's such a, you know, inflation in price in the current Japanese market because the amount of people that started collecting Japanese, that it's going to be a lot harder to find a good deal. But if you can find a good deal, then, I mean, it's probably going to perform really strong long term. But yeah. Derek says, love Danny Phantom, but he said something that caught me. First off, Ronnie, thanks for subscribing to the channel. He said something that caught my attention in one of his videos. Some of his product prices are way above MSRP. He justified his price by saying if he sold everything, he wouldn't have anything in stock. He then said if he doesn't have anything in stock, people would stop coming to his website. That's not necessary. I think that's a dumb argument to make, Derek. I mean, because if we take a look right now at my website, right? Let's take a look at my website, Pokemart USA, and we look at some of the sealed product that I have available. Obviously, this sold out, but this is a good price for the product for the most part. Obviously, this is, I would say, a decent price for the product. You know, not desirable product. you know, decent price for the, I don't know. The price dropped quite a bit, so I might have to readjust that. Fusion Strike, that's a nice price. Obviously, demand isn't there. I don't think the demand's there. This is a nice price for the product. This is a decent price for the product. So it's like a lot of my items are around. I mean, this is dirt cheap. This is, I mean, this is a nice price for the product. This is also dirt cheap. So it's like it's all over the place. Some of my, one thing I will tell you is I always price things below MSRP or below market price, depending upon what we're looking at. And I will still have products sit. So it really just depends. If he's showing demand items, I guess I can see his argument behind it. But even then, like, I have products still available on my site, whether it's desirable or undesirable or not. You know, I put it at prices that are below the market price. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'd much rather have it sell long-term over time. But if he's, you know, drastically putting it above MSRP, then I don't see the purpose of that. But also, if he's able to hold on to that product, you know, and is okay with selling a small amount. But to be honest with you, Derek, I think it's a very poor price model if you look at it that way. If you can try and, you know, if you can try and get an exponential amount of product each and every new set release, which is what I'm trying to do, right? So like my last set release for Brilliant Star, I got around 130 booster boxes. With the next set release, I requested 300. If I can get that 300, which, you know, my distributor has been a lot more open to me getting more product because there's been kind of less of a demand recently in the market. So product has become more available to actually put orders on. If I can get that 300 amount, then guess what I'm going to do for the next set that's going to come out? I'm going to ask for 600 and then 1200 and so on, and exponentially. But of course, with that, since I'm going to be scaling that much more product, I'm going to have to increase my demand. Of course, hopefully having you guys support the channel and having you guys support the channel has been really huge, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But also, it's going to come a point where I'm going to have so much. How am I going to scale that out? I'm going to offer cheaper prices so I can sell it faster. And I'm going to find that kind of equilibrium in the market, or that balance in the market of where it's a good price where I'm making decent margins, but I'm selling a lot more volume. So I'm actually going to be making more in volume than I am in percentage. So that's why I think that from a long-term, like, actual business perspective, I don't think his price model is going to be strong unless, of course, he's able to do that as well as increase his margins. But I don't like have products sitting, personally speaking. I like to always be moving my money around. Agent says outside of base set, I don't really understand it. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one for sure. But also, I think it really comes down to the fact of the matter. Wait, hold on one second. I want to make sure I'm reading it correctly. Well, what do you? Oh, let me go back and read what you're saying. Outside of base set, I don't understand it. Are you saying you don't understand why the price is different? Or you don't understand why people like first edition versus not first edition? Like I said, it really comes down to that scarcity. You don't understand why people like unlimited versus first edition. It comes down to it's more affordable. That's usually it. First edition, more scarce, more unique. People like to collect it for that reason. Unlimited, cheaper, not as unique, but it gives you still that nostalgic feel. That's the difference. Wouldn't have anything in stock. He said if he doesn't have anything in stock, people stop coming. Yeah, I already read that part. I think price is king at the end of the day. I agree. What's up, Botman? Hey, thanks for stopping by, brother. Glad you caught the stream too. How you doing, bro? What is with these text bots? Oh my goodness. What are they, just typing text for no reason? I go to Walmart, Target all the time, despite them never having anything in stock. I keep going back because they have the best prices. Yeah, I get that, Derek. Especially it's upsetting if you can't find anything. If you can ever find something, then it's great. But I mean, that's where you're gonna get things at MSRP. So. Thoughts and disclaimer, I love Danny Phantom, but just again, yeah, I already answered that question. While these bots are full in effect, seriously, Travis, you're in for a freaking ride. Now, you keep price expensive, 20 plus sales tax. 20 plus sales tax? Bro, Oregon doesn't have sales tax, bro. Get out of here with that nonchalant garbage. But have been able to buy about 30 plus from boxes. Amazon, $30, 30 pounds, 34 pounds, but think I'm done. LOL might be reprinted. Bro, that's expensive, dude. See, that's the problem, man. There's a reason why a lot of big money buyers from the UK purchase from the United States in bulk, and then they just ship it out to the UK because they're able to get it at such a cheaper price, and they're willing to fork over, you know, the shipping cost, because once they buy such a large amount, it makes sense for them financially, especially if they're going to try and flip. Most unlimited Watsy PSA 10 hauls in first edition go for 2 to 4 times their unlimited counterpart. Would funds better be allocated to purchasing a Watsy first edition unlimited or PSA 10? That's a great question. We can actually take a look at that and see what the historical value Pokemon market cap. They actually have pretty good long-term. Pokemon price is the name of the actual website / Pokemon market cap. So if we want to go historically on taking a look at the value of the PSA 10 card itself, it should have a chart populate here in a second. So look at the PSA 10 population on this card, right? 121. That's very scarce, right? So the scarcity of the item is going to give it a lot more of a premium, a lot more of a value. As you saw, and we'll do the calculations here for everyone to see. Basically, if we're going off of 2016 standards, it was going for 8,800. At its low, it's going for 6,200, and at its high, it sold for around 400,000, right? So we'll say, what was it again? 6,200. All right, so we'll say 400,000, and we'll just say 400,000 divided by 6,200, right? That's about a 64x return, right? So then, if we just go with a Charizard, if we go next with a last price, no, not right. What's going on here? Market cap, there we go. Now if we go with a standard just Charizard non-first edition, why is it not popping up? Let's look up Charizard. Base set Charizard Holo. We can see that the population, is that right? Base set Charizard team. Yeah, this should be right. Base set Charizard, base set 1999. Nope, that's definitely not it. Hold on one second. This is not right. No, this is right, because look at the population reports on everything other than 10. So it's obviously 4 times the population report. Let's take a look at the price value of what it hit at its peak. And then when it currently hit out when it hit for a 10. So because this is gonna be a good thing to actually take a look at. So everyone remember that price point, 64. Then we can see going back to it, 775 looks like it's gonna be it. So 775, and then we're gonna say 3080. So 3,800 divided by 775 equals 39. So 64x return with first edition versus 39x return. Historically, basing it off the Charizards, you got a way greater return when you were investing in the first edition. And I think it really comes down to scarcity, the desirability of it are the 2 main factors. Plus, look at the volatility, bro. It's already dropped down triple in price. And of course, that's not to say that the Charizard hasn't dropped down. I mean, it went from 400,000 to 270. But even then, that's not, that's not over a 50% drop. That's not even a 50% drop yet. So definitely, I would say first edition is a lot safer. I think SM Pratt's is the best. It's a rare, mint, or older better. That's, the model he goes with, and I stand by that as well when talking about Watsy. A lot of your stuff is out of stock because of your prices. I go to your site every day just to see what there is. Hey, Ivan. Oh, you make me smile. I appreciate you. Same with you, Alex. Yeah, man. I always try and literally whenever I put up prices, man, as you guys are aware, I always let you guys know if I'm getting new product, and I'll say what price is fair to you. And if not, then and I don't let you guys know, I'll just put it up on the site. I'll try and put it at a most affordable price, and then I'll always try and just be transparent about why I'm putting it at that price. Whether it be because my distributor is charging me X amount, so I'm putting it up. And there's a lot of times, of being honest, guys, that'll turn away product because I'd much rather, sell product to you guys at a good price and not scalping prices than try and, make, just dead product sit. It's just not my thing, man. It's just not my thing. So I always want to make sure that I take care of you guys first and foremost. And I've always been very transparent when it comes to my prices on everything. So, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. Seriously, I've had so much support, especially from the Discord channels, such as like TCG. All right, gotta head out. Well, thanks as always for stopping by, Koga. Nice seeing you, brother. You have a good one. Yeah, good luck, Trav. Seriously, bro. Dally Red. You also have to consider loyalty. Loyal buyers by Danny Phantoms higher than MSRP wants to support him. Despite that, he can sell his items over a long period of time. Dally, you bring up a great Dally, that is the #1 price point for justification. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, Dally, if that's the dirty little secret he's not saying. I wouldn't say it's a dirty little secret, but it's the point. It's the part he's not. It's the part he's not saying out loud. Kind of like with PokeRef, he's able to charge those premium prices. And to be quite honest with you guys, I don't want to turn into that. I don't want it to be that for me. Obviously, I know you're a business and you have a certain business model, but I don't want to be known. Like I said, I want to be known as like, I have a lot of innovation and a lot of inspiration for what I want the future to be of my YouTube channel and my website and so many different things. But I want to be known as kind of like, and when I say this, you know, kind of model with the Mr. Beast, I want it to be giving away product, offering cheap product, always giving back to the community. I want that to be kind of the theme of the channel, and that's gonna hopefully be how I grow exponentially. So I definitely don't think I'll ever get to that point, but yeah, Travis, no, Koga. Doing well, Spencer says. Gonna make a run to a few more awards. Hey, crossing fingers, buddy. Let's hope you can get something good, Spencer. I don't know where it is in their area, but oof. Apparently he has the storage to keep items over a long period of time. Most people offload at a lower price. But that's the thing, Dally. That is a strategy. It is a strategy. But if you can make margins to increase your product, see, here's my problem with that strategy. Is unless you're able, I think that strategy, sorry, I gotta stretch. I think that strategy's fine once they start go out of rotation and a lot of the product you're able to still get at that MSRP price, and it starts to become old product that's no longer in standard format. But otherwise, if hypothetically you're holding an Evolving Skies booster box, right, for around, like, let's say you're holding it and selling it for, actually, is that a good argument to be made? Let's say you're holding a Battle Styles booster box, right? And let's say that you had a large amount and you're selling it for that 144 price point, right? And you sold it for that 144 price point wave 2. Now wave 1. Now let's say wave 2 comes around. It sells, it's now at the market price that it was at of 120. Well, rather than dropping your price to 120, you keep it at 144 because in your mind, you'd much rather just wait and hope that people come buy your Battle Styles at that price point rather than undercutting the market at 120. Well, what happens if, since it's still an in-print item, you then are now having to sit through a potential reprint that happened? Of course, it wasn't potential because it was guaranteed. It goes all the way down to sub $100, $90, $80, you know, $78, depending on where you're looking, then starts to finally climb back up in price, then gets another reprint, and you say the exact same thing happened. Now, all of a sudden, you're sitting on 2 years worth of product versus if you had just offloaded it at that 120 price point, you know, before wave 2 hit, you still could have gotten in at like the premium price point of 130, 140 back when it was going for that much. And then when it came to the wave 3 price point, you could have started to offload once it hit that kind of 120. So it's like you have to be able to take that kind of stuff into consideration when looking at hindsight 2020. Now, if you're saying to yourself, okay, it's the back end of a reprint set, then yeah, I can see an argument for that with, like, you know, Darkness Ablaze, Shining Fates product. But that's just not the smartest when you're talking about. It's kind of like the argument you make with like hodling in crypto. If you're just saying I'm going to hold long term, of course you're going to make money on the long term. But if you look at the opportunity cost that you missed out on by selling at certain price points and taking profit and then just reinvesting on dips, then you would have made so much more money if, hypothetically speaking, let's say you bought Bitcoin back at like, you know, $8,000 back in 2017, right? And then you sold it, a little bit of it, 12,000, a little bit of 14, a little bit at 17, goes up to 20,000 dips, and then you rebuy back at 13, a little bit, and then you rebuy back down at like 6,000 again, 3,000. Like, obviously you took profit along the way, so you made money even though you're buying in at higher prices. Your dollar cost averaged lower over time with a greater amount of money, and so long term, like, you're making more money on the back end. So you just got to be able to consider the same thing when looking at Pokemon. But hey, thanks for the subscription, Mr. Matthew. Welcome to the channel. 20% sales tax. Yeah, bro. Everyone complains about California sales tax being expensive. It ain't there. What's up, SDC? Another great video. I appreciate that, brother. Thanks for your support as always, my guy. Hopefully all is well with you. Loyal definitely has his limits. There comes more question of morality if he feels like he's selling his items way more than the average market price because his loyal patrons will pay. He now runs, I assume you're going to say the risk. He now runs The risk of looking greedy. Yeah, 100%, dude. And people don't like to see people that are greedy. Like, obviously, I always make jokes about monetization and, like, plugging my website, but that's not greed. That's just me, you know, hustling for my business. It becomes greedy once I start literally nickel and diming everyone. And nothing pisses me off more than people that nickel and dime. There's a reason why. Listen, I have an Apple phone, first and foremost. And I'm going to start a war here. I have an Apple phone because I'm able, I got a really good deal because Verizon is who I have as my carrier, and they were doing a really good special deal where you're able to come in with a phone and you're doing a trade-in deal. I bought an iPhone that was $200, got the trade-in value of up to $1,000, and was able to get it for dirt cheap and then use it as a write-off. I use it as my face cam, and it also has, because it's the 13 Pro, it also has the cinematography feature. So I use it. I think the cinematography and the camera is great. But when it comes to the fact of the matter that they nickel and dime you for every little thing, with my Android, I didn't have to worry about storage. If I wanted a different ringtone, I didn't have to pay for it because of that. When it comes to the premiumness of, you know, Apple just music and all these other things, it's always nickel dime, nickel dime, nickel dime with everything. And that just kind of frustrates me the most about it. Not to mention a lot of the features too, you have to pay bonuses for. For example, with my Android, I had multitasking features that allowed me to listen to YouTube in the background. If I want to do that, I have to pay for YouTube Premium with Apple. So it's like all these different things that I just have to keep paying more and more and more. And that's what my biggest issue has always been with Apple. It's a really good brand, and because they've branded themselves well, but there's been real lack of innovation. And so when you take someone that has a poor business model, and just goes off the greed, like you said, the loyalty, you know, let's say for the sake of what you're assuming, or obviously we try not to accuse individuals, but let's say Danny Phantom is doing that. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's going to eventually cause you to lose people. Another perfect example is Disney, man. You take a look at what's going on with Disney, man. With the they got rid of fast passes and they've done the new Genie program. And this is coming from someone who's a die-hard Disney fan. I am a huge Disney fan. Grew up living in Orange County, Dana Point area, 20 minutes driving distance from Disneyland. Would go all the time as a kid. The amount of like kind of disrespect that they've really shown to the loyalty of their super fans in the past couple of years has been very disappointing, to say the least. So talk about the fact of the matter where Universal might come around and sweep them if they aren't careful about it, especially with their epic expansion projects. But increasing margins more than average market because yeah, no, 100% agree. Melchi, hey, what's up? I mean, for the most part, Danny keeps most of his stuff under MSRP. Eli does have some things above MSRP, like Celebrations Lunchbox. Some stores I know increase as their stock goes lower. Yeah, no, like I was saying, Mel, my biggest thing is I have a lot of product that I have under MSRP, and then my product that I do have above MSRP, it's usually just because market price. And another thing to keep into consideration, Mel, kind of what my model is on how I do things is I typically offer for wave 1, I typically offer things at the cheapest, and then once it gets to wave 2, wave 3 is usually when I start to ramp up the price. Just because, like, I remember there was that one, I mean, like, take a look at like Brilliant Star, for example. When I did my pre-sale for the for doing the break packs, I was selling them for literally $96 if you bought a full 36. But then after I initially sold out, I re-added them and it was $118. So that's just kind of my model on how I like to do it. But yeah, no, I always like to go below market price, but after I've sold a large amount, kind of given, you know, favor to a lot of my patrons and give them a cheap price, then at some point I also would like to get greater margins. I understand that. It's part of the business. So, but for the most part, I'm always going to stay competitive, and even if it's above MSRP, it's below market price. It's kind of like saying, you know, I'm putting up, you know, Celebrations UPCs for $200. People are like, oh, well, that's above MSRP. That's, you know, you should be putting it at MSRP, Eli. Well, if the market price is $300, you're getting it $100 cheaper, and if you wanted to, you can go resell it for $300. You know what I mean? So it's like there's definitely a fine balance with that. I don't know where Danny is on that, but that's just kind of how I look at it. Can I find Brilliant Star booster box for under $100? Not right now, John, but with reprints, some from the sounds of it confirmed, you could potentially see that soon in May. Eli's lunchbox is cheaper than Danny's. Derek, LOL. The problem is the margins on the item are different, and some sellers want to keep roughly the same margin. I understand that, Mel, and I think that's just a poor expectation for people to look at. There's a reason why, you know, for the most part, if possible, I want to get more ETBs than booster boxes because ETBs have greater margins. Shipping costs are around the same. Obviously, you know, the only difference is it's going to be bulkier in boxes, so that could increase the price, but the margins are going to be a lot nicer on them because you're talking about a difference of, if you're buying it for 26 bucks, selling it for 40 to 50 depending upon if it's pre-sale prices, versus you're saying 86 bucks and then you're selling them for, you know, anywhere between 110 to 140. If you're already able to sell it for 140, great, but for the most part I'm usually selling mine at anywhere between 1 to 120, so it's just not the same amount of margins. So, but yeah, no, I get that. Thanks for helping me get music. And hey, I appreciate that, Lord Narwhal. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, everyone. Yes, don't forget to like. And if you are not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, we do our weekly giveaways. All you have to do is comment, like, and be subscribed on any of the videos we post each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. John Shaw, cheapest is 110, usually sells out quick. Yeah, definitely. Reprint's going to be the next point in which we kind of see the price go down quite a bit. Mason definitely does charge way above. Are you talking about Mason with Cardinal Gaming? Similar to Danny's. Well, to be fair, one thing I also will say, Derek, is that they also, if I'm correct, run LGSs, so I can understand that. But even then, I know a lot of LGSs that sell and don't even have their own website and like YouTube channel, kind of like Mason and Danny. So hey man, some people have their own different business model. Only time will tell whoever is going to be the most successful. Pika, bro, I was so waiting for Pika. I'm not going to lie to you, Pika. When I first came in the channel and I didn't see you chiming in, I was like, where's Pika? Where the frick's my boy Pika? So when you finally came in, I'm stoked. I'm glad you were able to make it, my guy. How you doing, brother? Hopefully all is well with you. Glad to be able to part all this and chill with you. Yeah, glad to see you too, brother. But like Danny is $5 more for something Mason charged like 30. It's really hard to defend. Yeah. Dally Red, Apple Squad. As a Christian, I resent the fact that there's a bite ticket. Oh my god, Travis. That's funny. I don't think it's a... I don't think that's... I can't tell if you're being serious or sarcastic. But Cactus, 100%, yeah. Supposed to pay 20% import tax from UK. Well, see, that's another thing, Taylor. I have a lot of times. Well, actually, I'm going to finish before I say something. At least we get free healthcare, I guess. UK is a huge welfare state, too. We won't get into that because that's a completely different discussion, especially because it can get political real fast. But one thing I will say is that I do have a lot of people in regards to import tax. We do have a lot of conversation in regards to... people like to, how do I want to say this, declare a lot lower value than what it actually is. I get that a lot when people purchase from me outside. Hey, can you just like say it's worth $100 and not 10,000 bucks? Yeah, thanks. I'm like, you're taking the risk then, because I ain't. Derek, dang, how'd you end up moving Orange County to Oregon? I live in Kern County. Bro, I need water pretty soon here. About 2 hours north of Orange County. So I basically went... So parents... So I'll tell you the full story. I'll be transparent. My dad was the... I mean, you guys already know this part of it. My dad was the VP of client sales at a marketing firm called Strata Media. He was making at the time about, I want to say, $400,000 a year. So my dad was doing really well. We were living at a home that was 5 minutes walking distance from Laguna Beach. Like absolute beautiful. It was like a small, like 1,800, like 2,000 square foot home. Obviously small by my standards. I'm about to sound so freaking spoiled here. And then my parents decided that they basically wanted to upgrade, and they sold their house because they bought it for $400 and it sold for $800. They then moved in with the family to a $1.2 million mansion. We moved into Murrieta/Temecula area. We're in Temecula, or we were in Murrieta, but most people don't know who Murrieta is. We just say Temecula. Market crashes. Home valuation goes from 1.2 to 550. The market, since it tanked, basically the overall sales for the company started to drastically go down. They lost a lot of their clients, and my dad had about $500,000 saved up at that point, and they took all of their savings that they had at the time, decided to quit their jobs, my mom and my dad, because my mom was a stay-at-home mom at that point, but she had a huge background in marketing as well with Panasonic. So she was also very business savvy. My mom's one of the smartest people I know, and they just decided to start their own business together. So it took all they had in savings. And basically, they ended up selling the house too because it became so unaffordable for them to basically pay for it. So they had to take a massive loss because the monthly expenses were like something like $4,000 a month. So crazy amount of money they were spending. And then they just kind of walked up and left and decided to go to a different place. In Oregon, we had some friends that decided to move down to Bend, Oregon, absolutely fell in love with the area. So we moved, rented here for a little bit, and then my parents got a house, and their business has been thriving since. So, but yeah, that's kind of the main story. But it really just came down to the market crash, if I'm being completely honest. But my parents are definitely kicking and screaming themselves when they sold a beachfront house that's worth 1.2 now, or not beachfront, but like, you know, walking distance. It's worth 1.2, and if they had never sold, they would have never put themselves in that much debt and have, you know, squandered $500,000. But who knows? They would have never started their business, and they love what they do. So. Oh man, you're a fan of Disney? Check out Main Street Collection. It's the scale model on Main Street. Took me 6 years. I will definitely have to check that out because I absolutely love Disney art. Disney art is fantastic. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but if you want to send me some of the items, I would love to see that because I like collecting the countdown calendars. I really love the collection figures for them. What I really want to start doing is actually collecting Disney art, and what inspired me from that was the Mandalorian at the very end has such beautiful art. And one of my favorite set pieces of art is A New Hope, and it shows Luke staring off at the Tatooine suns. So having something like that would be super cool to collect. So yeah, I definitely love it. What do you think about Shining Fates? Lion, I think it'll perform really well long term, and you can get it for $50 right now at MSRP at GameStop. So I think it'll do great. How many people do you draw for your giveaways? I was just wondering what your chances are. Lol. Yeah, I'll be transparent about that as always. So this is how I do it. The reason why I say like, comment, and subscribe to each video allows you for multiple entries is because literally how I do it is I have a generator that basically tells me the people that have liked and commented on my videos and are subscribed. And how I will do it is you can choose a video in which you want to do the drawing for. And so I take one person from each video and I draw them from them. So literally that's just how I do it. So I'll draw from one video and then I'll get the winner, and then I'll take their name and then I'll put it in the spreadsheet. Then I'll copy paste the URL link for the next video. And I also make sure too that I disclude from people posting multiple comments so they can't just spam the chat. Don't try it. It's not going to do anything for you. Do that with the next video. Move on to the third one. If someone wins twice, I've actually had that happen before. Then I'll just only give it to them once because I want to make sure everyone is able to win and it's not just one person is, you know, able to get lucky enough to win twice. But that's how I do it. LOL, half serious, half sarcastic, Travis. I never really thought about it that deeply, but what do I know, I guess. I went to Mason's website and added a couple items to my cart and then immediately changed my mind. One support SGSs, but I don't support LDSs that make me not have it in mind for dinner. That's such a funny statement, Derek. Oh my god. I'll support local all day, but not custom armor like. Yeah, I get that, man. I 100% get that. There's another guy in my chat who's actually been a long time supporter as well. His name is Melford, too. Shout out to Melford if you're watching, or if you're not, then someone can give him a shout out. But yeah, he's been a long time supporter of the channel too, and he also he likes my channel from what he's explained to me, and he likes that I give a lot of good deals to people. But one of the biggest things that he said that he's been burned by the most is, you know, LGSs that just tried, you know, jacking up the price, and then all of a sudden when things go down and they just decide to change their mind, expect that same amount of loyalty when the prices of the product are not as valuable, and it just feels super scummy. So yeah, it's that's not it, man. Derek, I feel you. I saw you had Celebrations mini tins marked up 20 a piece. Man, that's expensive, dude. Shame indeed. Yo, just another collector. What's up? You're in Bend, Oregon, Skippy. Really? You're in really? Are you from Bend, Skippy? Or where are you actually from Bend, Oregon? That's so funny. No way. Where have you lived here for most of your life, or what part of Bend do you live at? Name your top 3 favorite Pixar movies of all time. Oh, all right. I gotta look at a list. For this one. Oh, top 3 Pixar movies. I know one is super easy. I'm a huge fan of Ratatouille. That's an easy one for me. Super easy one. Do I want to say Toy Story? God, The Incredibles was great too. Do I want to say Toy Story? Monsters Inc. was great, but I don't know if I would. So, Ratatouille, number 1. Incredibles, probably number 2, and Toy Story number 3. That's probably what I would say. Those are my top 3. Those are my top 3. How many packs did it take for you to get your first Chase Zard from B-Star? Potty. So here's the deal, my guy. Funny name. We actually I've opened a grand total of 600 packs. 500 on my streams, 100 off stream. Haven't pulled the Charizard yet. My brother, first Elite Trainer box, pulled the Rainbow Charizard. So it's hard, man. I'm going to be honest with you with Brilliant Star. The reason why I put Evolving Skies above it is I think it has better pull rates than Brilliant Star. And people are going to say, but Brilliant Star has amazing pull rates. I think it's fabricated by the character rares. I think a lot of people take the character rares into consideration for big pulls. And if you look at the value of it, it's not really huge hittings. Like, I've literally, over 600 packs, pulled only 1 alternate art. And usually with Evolving Skies, I pull 1 at least every other booster box. So only pulling 1 is very, very terrible odds. My local Walmart has been suing Celebrations ETBs for $30 for a month or so. You mean selling? Oh yeah, you said that. Dude, for $30, that's crazy cheap because they're going for $50. So if you can pick that up, my guy, that's an insane deal. My local LGS Celebrations lunchboxes for $50. I'm over here selling for $26, bro. That's crazy. Like Hidden Fates so much more than Shining Fates, but latest reprint makes Shining Fates so much more affordable. Any thoughts on investability Shining Fates due to the reprint? Yeah, I talked about this quite a bit. Pika, I would say I've actually talked about it quite a bit this stream. But I think it's I agree with you. You literally should have listened because what you just said is exactly what I said. I said it's so funny. I say that out of actual, like, genuinely find it hilarious because I said, although it's not hidden, this is exactly what I said. I said, although it's not Hidden Fates, I think it's still a strong set that's going to perform well long term because it is a collectible set or like a specialty set. It has shinies, it's undervalued, and the fact you're able to get it right now at MSRP makes it an absolutely insane investment opportunity, especially when you look at it long term. I'm from California, moved here 7 years ago. My wife grew up here. We're actually in Redmond. Oh, that's nice. I drive to Redmond actually. Do you know where Cascade Medical Center is? But it's Cascade Medical Transport, I should say. Actually, I actually drive to CMT. I drive medical personnel there. So that's so funny that you're from Redmond, my guy. That's hilarious. So do you drive in from time to time to Bend? Is your wife from Redmond as well, or is she from Bend? And then you guys just live in Redmond because it's technically cheaper. It's starting to go up now, though. When are you getting your Wave 3 Brilliant Star? I don't know, Brian, because the news that I got was directly from Danny Phantom's distributor. Obviously, because Danny Phantom's source, I should say. But I talked to my distributor today. He said he hasn't heard anything about it, but he'll keep me updated. So, but they usually hear about that news last second. Bugs Life got to be on it. I wasn't a big fan. It's funny. I watched Bugs Life a lot as a kid, but I wasn't the biggest fan. Derek says Toy Story, Ratatouille, Monsters Inc. That's a good one. That's a good ordering. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Monsters Inc. was definitely up there for me too. Yo, what's up, Babe Cakes? How we doing, brother? Oh, dude, same with you. Yikes. Melford is me. Oh, what's up, Mel? Oh, that's so funny. Mel Chi is Melford. That's so funny, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Yo, thank you, Derek. The Peaky Blinders send their regards. Yo, just getting that regular tax, baby. Give me that protection tax. I appreciate you as always, Derek. Thank you so much, brother. Seriously, my guy. Oh my god, that's so funny, Melford, that your name's Melchi. Well, hey man, you're here. Shout out to you. I opened 2 Pokemon Center Brilliant Star Elite Trainer boxes, only had 1 hit. Oh no, Lord Narwhal. Oh, that's tough, dude. If you're opening product, I could never open Elite Trainer boxes. Unless it's like a specialty set, because the freaking, not the pull rates obviously, but the price per pack is so much. But yeah, I already said it, but seriously, thank you so much, Derek. This is like, you've, in the past 3 streams, you've given me, I know it's only $2, but it's a big deal to me. So seriously, bro, I really appreciate you doing this every single time, my guy. Like, honestly, like my face is hurting from how much I'm smiling right now. Seriously, dude. Justin Jenkins, yeah, bro, I've got about, God, my face actually is hurting. I've got about 6 at that price. I have a sealed case's worth for ETBs. Shout out to Justin, bro. That's crazy. I think she must have messed up the pricing, but I'm not telling it. You're like, shh, I'm gonna take it. Sorry, I missed the stream. What the frick, Pika? Oh my God, bro. You consider yourself to be one of the regulars, and you just missed the stream. No, obviously I'm kidding. No, of course, my guy. Don't worry about it. Now I have to treat you to dinner. Come rate my collection and I'll smoke up a tri-tip. Yo, I will take you up on that offer, bro. If you're dead serious, message me on the Discord chat. I'd be down to do something. Bro, you cook up some tri-tip? Ooh, I love me a little bit of good tri-tip. Yeah, dude, let me know what your collection's like, bro. I'll totally let you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it's only a 30-minute drive. And like I said, I drive there for work all the time. So just let me know, bro. Shoot me up in the Discord. Shoot me up. That sounds dark. I have opened 3 Evolving Skies, pulled 3 Evolving Skies booster boxes soon. I opened 3 Billion Stars and a handful of blisters and pulled 2 Altar. You know, Full Metal, and that just really goes to show you, bro, that everyone has their own experience, because people said Chilling Reign had bad pull rates, and I opened like 4 booster boxes, and I've almost gotten at least 1 or 2 alternate arts from Chilling Reign for each box. So, bro, that's gnarly, dude. That's so funny. Shout out to you then on that one, man. Shout out to you. So obviously you have a smaller sample size because you only opened 3 boxes and I opened 600, but regardless, dude, for you to pull that much in 3, that still says something. Bugs Life, Toy Story 3 is tough, but probably Ratatouille or Monsters Inc. Yeah, dude, I get that. Dude, the reason why, I'll tell you why Bugs Life was not my thing, because growing up, I was scarred by Bugs Life, because when we go to Disney, they had like a 4D Bugs Life thing, and I was a little kid when I would go, and they would always have a part in it where like the bad bugs would come, and they would vibrate your chair to make it feel like actual bugs, and me being the 4, 5, or 6-year-old at the time, because we'd do it multiple times, that I would just cry and like have a panic attack and never want to do it. But my parents loved seeing my reaction and thought it was hilarious. It was the most frustrating thing ever as a kid. I just like the selection of hits. I totally see that. They're crazy. My first box was 5 Vs, 2 V stars, 1 V max, Vaporia today. You guys are going to make me want to open one, actually. I have a couple booster boxes extra. I might want to open one. Yeah, no, dude. Hey, dude, that's some great pulls for a first box. Crazy? Gosh dang, everyone's getting good pulls but me, bro. Like I feel every 2 boxes a rainbow, whereas normally pulling a rainbow in ES booster box was tough. Really? Dang. So it sounds like I was the only one that had good experience, because if you go back and watch my live stream, we had an amazing amount of pulls. We at one point averaged 1 alternate art per booster box and at least 1 rainbow per booster box. So my pull rates were insanely good with evolving. Travis, I like your taste. Yeah, she's from Redmond, 3 sisters and family here. I only go to Bend to hunt for cards at Walmart or Target. That's so funny, my guy. Yeah, I'm friends with actually her. You probably know her, maybe not. Her, Lori at the local Walmart. I'm friends with her, so she usually gives me the deets on everything going on. But that's so funny. African Kalua. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hey, what do you think about Walmart GameStop tags, team premium boxes? I think they'll do really well long term, African. I think they'll do really well long term. So they have a really nice collectability to them, and they've got Evolving Skies packs as well. So collectability and good packs, that's a double banger, bro. Is it possible for LGSs to legitimately to get Pokemon Center exclusive besides buying them at retail? No, not at all. There's a reason it's Pokemon Center exclusive, because it's on Pokemon Center. So if you ever see like pre-sale items of them selling at TCG Player, it's literally them buying it at TCG or on Pokemon Center and just reselling it. It's crazy they're able to do that. Yeah, Travis, no shooting up in Discord. Chilling pain. What Travis said, that's funny. Discord invite. Why is this never fixed? Here, I'm going to do this. Well, let me see if I can adjust this. Dude, bro, the amount of times the Discord link has not been fixed. Oh, that's frustrating. Here, let me see if this fixes it. Actually, I'm going to check and see if this fixes it. That'll be hilarious. Let's go. All right, I think try now, refresh the page, and try and see if it updated. Skippy. I would have hated when they poke you in the back in the bugs like 40 shows as a kid. That's what I'm saying, dude. It would freak me out, dude, so much. I knew they had to be a reason. Bugs Life is so good. Yeah, dude. Oh, straight up, dude. Straight up, but have you ever had any experiences with retailers and people who search packs? The only time I've ever had that experience is Walmart. There was one time where I went in and I bought, and I'm so dumb because I did not look at the front. I can't believe but to be fair, I was pretty new to getting, I had never ordered. I was just being dumb and I should have known. There was there's a Hidden Fates box. Me not looking at the box, I just saw, oh my god, it says Shining Fates at the top. I didn't look at the packs inside. And it was all opened packs of Cosmic Eclipse and other packs that had been repackaged and resealed, and they re-glued the box. It was one of the most devastating things ever. Obviously, it was only 20 bucks. It's not the most devastating. It's 20 bucks. But I've experienced that going to Walmart. And there's been times, too, where I've bought a Walmart product and literally went right to customer service and has said, I haven't left yet. I just got this product, and I want you guys to know that there's nothing in here. Because there was one time where they had like a 3-pack of like the Unbroken Bonds thing, like the yellow and like kind of orange looking box. I had one that was literally, there's no noise, no nothing. I said, this has no packs in it. They opened it, no packs in it. So yeah, awesome. I'm glad you joined it, Skippy. Yeah, let me know, brother. But yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely been a bad experience from what it's been at Walmart, which is why they keep it behind the counter at customer service too, dude. Babe, join the Discord. Let's go. We got a party going on now. Pika, I watch all your vids because they hit the mark and capture your honesty. I skip a bunch from other content creators because they flip up the product and just get to the content. Hey, I appreciate that, Pika. I mean, that's the thing about my videos is I try and break it down extremely in depth for you guys. Like, I want to make sure. And the thing is, too, is I've said this before. I will reiterate a lot of old concepts that I've used, but I do that because there's always new people coming in. Like, for example, a perfect example is like this live stream. I've had 5 people ask me about Shining Fates. So like Travis or any of the people that have been here since the start of the video, you've heard me reiterate that same point like 5 separate times, right? But at the end of the day, I'm still going to answer it because I want to answer your guys' questions, because that's just what I want to do. And so when it comes to videos, I'm going to reiterate a lot of the same main points that I've made in prior videos. However, I'm always going to add in a certain concept that we're going to be breaking down in a upcoming video. Whether it be, you know, for example, the last point that I was making in the video was talking about volatility in low supply versus high supply products. That was kind of the main breakdown I was talking about in the last video. In a video prior to that, I've talked about demand curving and talking about exponential of, you know, why, you know, you see product that is ultra modern still perform well, such as, or just modern products as XY evolutions be printed in the ground and still perform strong, and using that as an argument towards, you know, future ultra modern products still going up higher in value even though there's more in print. Like, I just use a lot of very like similar concepts, but always build up on new concepts each and every video. So for those people that have been around and have watched a lot of my content, they're always going to be learning something new. And then on top of that as well, I give you guys those chapter timestamps so that if you don't want to watch the full video breakdown, then you can always skip to the main points that you might like or want to just hear about of everything going on. Or if you're someone like Pika Pika who enjoys my content and you get the fullest out of it because I break everything down so in depth so it's easy for people to understand, and then you get that main wrap-up point at the end that kind of just breaks everything down without the full details, then you get that. So I try and be very, very detailed about it because I want to be detail-oriented with my content. You watch the full 25-minute, 30-minute video, great, you get the full in-depthness. If you want to skip to the end, great, you get a 2-minute wrap-up that I always make at the end of every video. You want to skip to certain points, you can always skip to certain points. Just always want to make the content available for everyone so that if they have a specific way they like to watch content, then they can choose what they want to do when it comes to watching my videos. But yeah, that's just how I like to do it. How are we looking at subs, by the way? Holy moly, is that without a refresh? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, we are currently at a grand total of, holy moly, that's the grand total we're at. We're at, oh my, what? Oh my goodness gracious. What does it say the percent? Where is my video ranking? Okay, it's still ranked 3rd. What is the video? I've gained 31 subs from my most recent video alone, guys. We're gonna hit, I'm not even kidding you guys. I think we might hit 2,000 subs by tomorrow. I think we're gonna get there, bro. We're gonna get there. We're so close to 2,000 subs, and we're gonna get to that $2,500 mark so fast. Literally, my engagement rate. I don't think anything bad will happen from me showing you guys this, but actually, I should be able to show you guys analytics without sharing any information. But yeah, we're gonna actually, yeah. Let's show this. Let's show this to you guys. Hold on one second. Yeah, we'll take a look at my subscriber chart. So here, I want to double check, make sure I'm not giving up any private information. Okay, cool. So this is the monthly average of, it tells you in the last 28 days how well you've been performing as a channel. We have gained 578 subs in 28 days, everyone. I wanted to say thank you guys all so freaking much. Holy moly, everyone. That is insane. 578 subs. And what's even crazier about that too is if we literally look at just the most recent days, this was a poor performing day of 23 subs, 50 subs, 26, 35, 46. And then here's a couple other poor performing days, but like especially within the past like couple of days, it's been, whoa, all the way up. So shout out to you guys who've been supporting the channel. Thank you guys all so much. We're just blasting through everything. Holy moly, everyone. So I am blessed and excited, to say the least. Phil just said he just subbed. What's up? Hey, thank you, Phil. Shout out to you. Congrats and welcome to be a part of the family. Or congrats to us, bro. What do you think about power creep moving forward in Pokemon? Do you think we start seeing 500? I hope this is the cap out. I'm going to be honest with you, African. I think they've gone a little overboard with the HP amounts. I think it's gone a little extra. I think no more than like the 330, I think is around 330. I miss the old days, but maybe that's just a nostalgic kid in me. But even growing up as a kid, I hated it when they power creeped on damage. A live stream till 2K. Hey, what's up, Flevosaurus? Bro. 2K, we're right around the corner, baby. Yeah. Whoa, yeah, if only. We're going for the next 50 hours, guys. Woo. It wouldn't take that long. The algorithm had you my recommendation. Let's go. Shout out to the algorithm. Welcome, Phil. 100K subs. Here we come. Bro, honestly, I'm ambitious. I'm going to be real with you guys. That doesn't sound unrealistic by the end of the year. And you guys, for some of you guys that are just new to the channel, you might say, that's crazy. Like 100K subs end of the year, 100K subs by next year. That sounds kind of crazy. Well, for those who have been following me for a while, in the month of November and December, in the month of November, near the like middle of it, I was at 100 subs. And in the span of 4 months now, December, January, February, in the span of 3.5 months, we went from 100 subs to almost 2,000 subs. My growth has been this. So, and it has not slowed down. So if we just keep doing what we're doing, and every time we just compound how much we have each and every month, because it was like the month of December, right? It was like I got like I got 200 subs, and then the month of January I got like 400 subs, and then the month of February I hit my 1,000 mark at the start of February. And then from then on to March, currently, we're almost at 600 subs in the past 28 days. So it's been extremely exponential, and everything has just been, like I said, straight up. So honestly, even just from a mathematical perspective, if you just say, you know, for the next 12 months, hypothetically, if we were to flatline here, which I highly doubt it, but if we were to flatline at 600 subs, you know, a month for the next, you know, month, or for the next year, you know, you take in the fact we still got 9 more months, we're looking at still being around 8,000 subs, and 10,000 subs is probably going to be the baseline for at least what we're going to get by the end of the year. So my personal goal by end of year is 50,000. That's my goal. But if we hit 100,000, I mean, that first off, that'd be amazing, and I don't see it as being out of the realm of possibility. But, you know, 10,000's definitely more than likely going to happen, but my goal is 50,000. I'm ambitious about it. But Travis, yeah, bro, we really be out here doing this right now. Yeah, for real, for real. Rouse says, Eli's definitely hitting it. PokeRev's channel at 200K in 1 year. Bro, and I remember watching PokeRev back when he had 10K subs, bro. It happens. The North remembers. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Yeah, dude, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's hit that price point, or not that price point, but yeah, hit that price point. Give me that 100K money. So stupid. Yeah, but yeah, let's hit that. Let's hit that marker, boys. So, but all right. So I must say though, we've been almost going for 2 hours. So we're going to do a little bit of a wrap up. So for the last 5 minutes, yeah, we'll say 5 minutes. Just throw, it usually goes out for 10, but I'll say in the next 5 minutes. If you got any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just keep chatting and having a good time, guys. But yeah, I got some things I got to take care of. So busy day. You're going to have to change your name to Pokemon International. Aha, I love that, Derek. I do actually love that, because whenever people that are international come to the channel, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. I do love listening to people outside the States. Shout out to Botman. 100K for real, dude. For the win, baby. If you had $60 right now, what Pokemon TCG product would you buy for an investment? Wow, that's a hard one. For 60 bucks? It's a toss-up between a Brilliant Star ETB and a Shining Fates ETB. I'm going to say Brilliant Star ETB. Final answer. I think it's going to perform better just because it's PC. Otherwise, Shining Fates will. But, I mean, obviously, I'm just going off of scarcity because I'm going to assume that's going to perform stronger. But Shining Fates, historically, you know, as a premium set, has performed stronger. But we haven't had PC as really much, you know, historical data. But, you know, math's going to tell me the other one. So I'd go with Brilliant Star PC for sure. 4% share for 17K? Bro, are we making investments now? What's going on here, guys? Like, where's the money, bro? Phil, Vaca, grading cards worth it? Currently, my guy, currently grading cards at the moment, in my personal opinion, not worth. For $50 for PSA, no thank you. Once we start hitting that $20 price point, then we can have a conversation about if it's worth it. But only at certain, you know, certain cards will be worth it at that $20 price point. But grading, like went back in the day when it was at the price it was, grading was definitely worth it. But right now, I would wait until you start to see prices really start to come down, Phil, for sure. I'm ready to be a shareholder, Derek says. Bro, hey man, make it a public company. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe. It'd be too political though, because then you have a board of directors and a lot of people controlling it. But bro, having people invest. See, that's something very interesting. Especially growing up my whole life, having the business like kind of mindset that I have because of my family. I've always been someone that's been very independent when it comes to my business. And so the idea of like having other people control my decisions has always been something that scares me a lot. Because because I've been working since I was like 12 years old. I've literally held a job since I was that age. And I remember I've worked at the movie theaters, I've worked at restaurants, I've done so many different odd end jobs. And one of the biggest things, man, is just especially working in a corporate environment, having people control you so so like just not it. And so going into a public company and dealing with a board of directors, obviously I'm a small company, and we're not talking IPO type stuff going on with the Pokemon company, but hypothetically, let's say we get to several million value an evaluation of the company, or say 10 million plus. If I did hit at a point where I'd be issuing IPO shares and we'd have a board of directors, and that'd be something that just would scare me a lot, because I would much rather just hire subcontractors and have people just work for me part-time as a subcontractor and just kind of do my own thing. So that's just how it is. But I mean, support from you guys, like, oh, that's a completely different thing. But I've talked about this before, man. For those people that are OGs and have been here for a while, I'm never gonna forget you guys, and you guys are gonna get the hookups, because don't you worry, I've got a lot of things in mind in the future in regards to what I'm going to be doing for like kind of just specialty giveaway things for those people that have been supportive since then. So kind of like how PewDiePie gave away a lot of his stuff to his original subscribers, and same with Mr. Beast. I'm going to do the same thing big time. Have you watched Succession on HBO Max? I have not. I don't actually have HBO Max. We used to have it, and the only thing I watched was Curb Your Enthusiasm. But there's just not a lot on HBO Max, especially considering like, on Disney Plus, they've got Marvel, and DC is, not it right now. Like, the only DC movies that I ever liked was the Dark Knight series. But, other than that, it's just like, I can go see that on Netflix, I think, if I'm correct. So, I don't know, man. It's just not it, sadly. I wish they had more to offer, but 3 Chilling Reign ETBs for $75 or a booster box. History will tell you, John, that the ETBs will perform better. Especially if you're able to get them for 75 for 3. Yeah, no, dude. You take that all day, bro. We're investing in Pokemon USA now. Intriguing. Everyone's over here. Tell them to bring me my money. I love that meme. Glowing large enough to start your own Pokemon TCG distribution company on top of retail. Yo, that would be fire, bro. Starting a distribution company. Yo, I would have to be massive in order to do that. That would be sick, though. Succession is pretty much about an IPO company and has all the drama. Such a good show. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's really cool, Derek. Dang, dude. Well, my girlfriend has HBO, so maybe I'll have to ask her about it and definitely check it out. But all right, last comment. So much better to have control of your day-to-day than answering to the man. People who go down the investor road underestimate the stress in that lifestyle. So true, Skibby. So true. So, and I just like to be independent. That's just how I am as an individual. All right, babe. All right, this is it. Last one. I promise after this. Do you tend to make more profit selling booster boxes, mystery boxes, or single cards? Single cards for sure, actually. But that's mainly just because a lot of the times if I get single cards, it's out of collections. So you're able to get a lot better margins. But if you're talking about opening booster boxes and then reselling, that's a different story. I'm mainly going to be losing money off of that, because if you open a booster box, you're more than likely not going to be profitable. So just buying singles up from collections and reselling, definitely better margins. But if we're talking about, generally speaking, from opening to just sealed, booster boxes. But trumping all that, elite trainer boxes definitely have the best margins too. Mystery boxes, I usually keep pretty tight margins on my mystery boxes, but that's because I like to offer you guys a lot of good products when I do ship out mystery boxes. So, which I always have them open order on the site for anyone that's ever interested in purchasing mystery boxes from me. We have a ton of different options on the different types of mystery boxes. We're actually going to do something pretty soon here with mystery packs. We're going to kind of reshape this and do something of kind of like what PokeRev does, but our own kind of twist on it. So stay tuned for that in the near future. So we'll be doing a market test with you guys on that. So I'll actually have to bring that up on the next live stream. I'll be asking you guys that question on what your guys' thoughts on mystery packs. If you want to, you can drop it down before we head out. If we were to do something kind of like what PokeRev does, and if anyone's unfamiliar on what PokeRev does, actually this is what we're going to do before I finish up, because I don't want to forget about this. So if we go to PokeRev's channel, for those people that don't know, he has this mystery pack thing where it's $50 for it, and then you have your odds, which is you get a green pack, a 1 in 5 for a red, 1 in 10 for silver, 1 in 25 for a gold. So sounds like pretty good odds. It's 50 a piece. He's got a 2 limit. Obviously those are the packs. It's hard to see, but vintage packs, XY expensive / black and white era packs, XY sun and moon packs, and then just your standard Sword and Shield For those people that already know what it is, don't have to explain it to you. But we're thinking about doing something around that, potentially making it cheaper. Like I said, having our own twist. But as far as it goes, just let me know if that's something you guys would ever be interested in, because we're thinking about doing something like that. But yeah, leave it down in the comment below if that's something you're interested in. But as far as it goes, that is all I have for today's video. As always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and be subscribed to the YouTube channel if you're not already. And if you want to enter into our weekly giveaways, then just comment and like any of the videos on each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that we post. Thank you guys all so much. I can't thank you guys all enough for everything you've done for the support of the channel. We're so close to hitting 2,000 subs, and once we hit that 2,500 2,500 subscriber milestone, then we're gonna be freaking cooking and giving you guys 12 packs all. So thank you guys all once again so much for watching. Until then, I will see you guys